What is good, fellas, and welcome to the top 8 of City the Wolves. We are playing Fatal Fury City the Wolves. I'm Patriarch Panda. Of course, I'm with baccpack. And we got some fun characters on screen, don't we?
Absolutely. We got Marco, the People's Champ, versus Hokutomaru, a character that I know is very strong, but we haven't actually seen them on our streams just yet. So excited to see them today. The debut of Hokutomaru in the baccpaBrawl series. A huge combo, dashes in for the throw, able to avoid it. Great blocks in the jump in there, finds the IB, tries to go for the punish, not going to find it. Big punish on the double jump there. Dealing with that double jump can be so difficult. Very brutal. Very nice hit. Big confirm, and now it's anybody's game. You got to worry about the SPG as well. Big hit, confirms it, enters the SPG for that hard knockdown, jumps over, tried to better reversal.
Oh my god.
Sombra just had a ridiculous comeback. What a way to start out the tournament.
So to educate people, the main reason why they were able to just go straight for offense is the fact that Giuseppe, or TheGio, on Hokutomaru, does not have a DP. So in that type of scenario, offense, not necessarily guaranteed, but it does look pretty good for the fella. Sombra is in a bit of a corner scenario though. Good just defend, playing it cool, hops in, gets the heavy kick, gets the short hop into the heavy kick, the JD if you will, and look at the damage.
We are seeing a very short hop heavy offense from Marco thus far. Note how they ended their combo right before getting Geo into SPG. You want to keep your opponent out of SPG for as long as possible. They get the damage buffs, they get the obviously access to Rev Blow and their Rev Super as well.
Why? In the corner though, has to defend well, does have SPG available. But yeah, interesting statistic baccpack. The ranked matchup statistics came out, and Hokutomaru was on one side of the board where everything was above 55% on win rate. Isn't that insane?
Wow. So highest win rate character then?
Yeah, on every matchup. It's insane. Yeah, wow. Looking very strong right now. But keep in mind, not in the betas, so that could be a factor.
Very nice. We're seeing a lot of lows represented from Marco, especially thus far. And going for a low mid-screen is super strong because a lot of people like to walk back on wake up and start creating space between them and their opponent.
And then not to mention as well, you've got a very powerful meaty overhead, and we've seen Sombra use it quite a few times, so it's quite nice to mix up between these options for some raw offense.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's the walk back right there. You'd think your plus frame sets up a strike throw, but mid-screen walk back will beat both options as long as it's not a low. But so Sombra will find a big combo, goes up 1-2-0.
And do keep in mind, we got rematches, right? So no downtime. We're back to
I love it. I love it so much.
The same. Also, yeah, the gameplay, man, of Marco. So fun to watch. He is really just the hype man, you know, the karate. It's awesome. Especially the multiple DPs. But went for the air stall. Very well done from TheGio.
I thought we were going to see an air-to-air there, but not exactly. Big Tech jumps in. Catches that time, stays safe, and you weren't ready for it. That's only -2. I know visually it looks a lot worse.
Oh yeah, and they went straight into DP.
Yeah. Playing the mind games.
Yeah, very tricky. Now, something to note as well, baccpack, is when it comes Hokutomaru, they have a double jump and an air stall feint. So they have so many ways to bait your anti-air, and you just saw it there.
Yeah, and we just saw it again this time. It's going to be some devastating damage right before SPG. Yep. Oh no, they're actually going to commit the super. I'm not sure if you wanted to do this here, but we'll see if it pays off. Finds the hit, not going to be much reward there. Counter hit, couldn't find the connection. Big hit, that'll absolutely be enough. And Hokutomaru, Geo, going to take the first round of game 2.
The Hokutomaru does look pretty solid in general, but they got to be careful up against Sombra, who can turn the tides in a matter of a moment. With their Marco big DP to escape on the offense, does side with the throw, keeping the offense going, went for the overhead, but a fairly safe one, allowing for a turn, even if blocked.
This is why DP break is kind of that optimal, safest anti-air. It is much more difficult to punish with like that extra jump or that jump feint. Like we're seeing full committed DPs right now from Marco, and I think that's doing them dirty currently. Big jump over, does it again. This time finds it with a crossover, but does not confirm it.
Close C. Doesn't get anything off of it.
That's
Tried to approach in, but what a check with the crouching B. Checking the shins, getting the low full confirm as well. And now Gio's tied us up. We're 1-1. It's all about how Sombra can check that, because that was a very tricky neutral game to gauge there. Like the double jumps, the using of the movement speed. That was the thing that made Sombra's game insanely difficult.
You know, Marco is characterized by that quick fireball, and we're just not seeing much of it because Hokutomaru just seems to doesn't really have to worry about it much.
I agree on that one. Usually, that fireball and Marco very powerful, even with the feint. You know, there's so many mind games, but my God,
yeah,
TheGio's
speaking of
just
mind games right there, Marco actually went for the crosscut DP, which you'd think would connect there, but it was a jump backwards, and so the crosscut was avoided and punished. Now low HP is Marco, has that SPG. We should be able to end with a hard knockdown here. No, actually, gives an opportunity, tries to go for the meaty, caught by the super, and Gio is on set point.
Again, no DP, but wake up super still just as strong, and we're going to that final round for Hokutomaru there. I think TheGio so far doing well. Nice anti-air with the dodge attack. I can get some good damage indeed. But the main thing that we got is that me goes for the throw. DP not represented just yet, but I know Sombra is feeling it. I'm waiting for it.
Just right now, staggering, daring, pressing something, and Sombra fell for it. They hit, they get counter hit, and it's going to happen again. Do we have enough damage here? It's hard to say with just that level 1, but it looks like we are seeing a rev cash out. Is it enough? It is!
Jesus,
huge
it is.
Damage there from Gio, able to take the set 2-0. No, 2-1. On to our second set of top 8 winner side. We've got Liquid versus Armisael. Armisael had a great run last week, able to make top 4. And Liquid, this is their first time actually participating in the Brawl. They've got a solid Billy Kane. And I got to say, I'm liking both the colors from both these players. Fantastic colors. Looks good.
A bit colorful for sure, but this is actually quite a nice pickup for Liquid. And from what I'm seeing here, we had a little bit of discussion off comms. Both of them are PC players, backpack. PC players. Yeah. Nice. Going for the zoning tool. Did not extend on it. Then want to get just defend cancel. But nice approach with that far C. Armisael going to get some good damage and knock him out of SPG. That's the goal.
That is exactly. Crosscut super. Ready for it. Absolutely had the read on the setup there. Pushed back by the 2K. Caught by the follow-up. And Liquid will be taking that first round.
Looking pretty good for the fella. But patience mixed with like some really good crosscut execution. But checking the shins here, often play it cool. The fireball's being represented. Armisael playing Hotaru with one of the strongest kits, with a ton of variants to it for sure.
Okay, the JDs are kind of ridiculous right now here for Armisael. Having like 3 in a row, gets caught in the counter hit though this time around. Not ready to answer here. Ready for the cross up. Liquid is so good right now. Doing such a good job, making it so difficult for Hotaru to find a way in. Is it enough of the super? Looks like it. And Liquid will take game number 1.
You know, a bit easier to call the kills in this game, innit?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about guts
the
and
scaling
like,
and the
defense modifiers. What was the star? You're like, yeah, I know the star. That's gonna deal like 20%. Or, oh, that's a well punish. That's about 40, 50, you know? It's fairly easy to call.
Yeah, no, I agree. They made this game for you. They were tired of you embarrassing yourself.
My brother, right?
No, you've actually gotten, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to give you credit. You've gotten so much better at calling out kills in Guilty Gear.
Oh, no, I missed 2 calls today on my own tournament.
No.
So,
I appreciate the honesty.
To be fair, it was Potemkin. It was Potemkin. He does mad damage.
Well, that's your own character. You should know.
Sure. Good pick up here with the EX, and it's going to get some good damage. I think that, yeah, I didn't even finish my statement.
The supers do consistently a lot of damage in this game, whether they're level 1 or level 2.
I do like that design. It really does add that bit of oomph to them, you know. Nice knockdown. Opting for the far C, but cancelling with the feints. I love representing the feints because mentally a lot of people are ready to do just defend reactions.
Oh my god, the JD's looking so good on both sides. Consistently getting caught there after blocking the low. I wonder what Armisael is trying to input. It seems to be very tricky though. Maybe holding up, trying to get out. Jumps up.
Maybe.
Okay. Ready with the JD to stay alive on the jump in. Keeps immediate, ready for the triple JD there. Dash under on a short hop. The movement's crazy here from Liquid.
Nah, for real. a very well understood movement, but to be fair, Armisael also really good at checking that movement from what we've been seeing. Really good oh my.
Oh, blending to
Nice.
overheat. And this mismanagement of the meter could make this really difficult. Absolutely baited. We saw multiple reversals there. That is so unfortunate. Speaking of reversals, it's going to be baited right afterwards. Super is enough. And Liquid will be taking the set 2-0.
Heading into losers top 8, we've got Ronaldo with Too Easy up against Juan KOF. And Juan KOF is actually dressed like a Samurai Showdown character. Yeah, one of the samurai characters
from Dragon Ball.
Nah, sure. Anyway, it's based off Sam's show. I can't remember what the name of the character is, but basically he's supposed to be like a man that's dying of an illness. I think it's like tuberculosis, but he's like really nifty with a sword. So kind of a cool cosplay for sure. Wait, big DP.
Oh, ready, but not ready for the cross up there. Big EX gonna cash out here. That's a lot of rev cost, and ends out with the super. Okay, we're going to be at a manageable amount here. If we get our next hit, it's not going to be too much damage. Unless we get a big wild punish. Now we can just cash out to, yeah, the entire way through. 99% on the rev up to close out the round.
Optimize the hell at that combo, because for sure you might have ran out of rev if you didn't know how much you needed. That's good to see. Good DP, throwing it right back at you. Too Easy. I'm the hold the offense. Staggers out. Went for the DP on offense.
That's got to be a misinput. I don't believe what they did was minus afterwards.
I don't know. I mean, baccpack. These are Mexican players, bro. They play by field, to be fair.
Please watch what you say, dude.
No,
that comment can be so misconstrued.
Nah. Everybody knows, man. These people are insanely good at the game, man, and they play by field.
Why are you
Brother in Christ, why are you making it sound bad?
I'm messing with you. The walk around the stand, EX command grab, and 1 KOF will take game number 1 as Panda has some very questionable opinions.
Right here. Christ, man. But it's like, it is known. No. It is known that they play by feel a lot of the time. It makes it very scary to play against them because they got that heart in them. You know what I mean, man? That's
okay,
for sure. But often,
you're getting me.
Yeah. Wait, Remplo knocked him on his ass, but good DP, sending it right back at you. Doing a bit of keepy ups, but not enough for that. No football for you, no lobs, no passes. That's a good whip punish for the far C, but no big combo. Gets the cross up. That should be it. Unfortunately, dropped the ender.
Right now, but dude, I think Juan KOF just did a walk forward to get out of the cross-up range and whiff punish, and now they found a way back into the round, but there's going to be a gap, and Too Easy responds with the DP.
Pretty brutal DP indeed. Very well placed. That's how you take a round for sure. Goes for the sweep on the keepy ups, not covering that low area where the ball would be. And that is a pretty good throw indeed, but often going for the far
really
C.
Tricky.
So yeah.
Gato's combo structure is so sick. Wasn't anticipating the roll though.
Come on, grab. Oy.
Next hit, you're definitely dead with the 2 bars if you want to cash it out. So they seem to be a little greedy for it. Trying to find this hit. DP once again. Too Easy not trying to hold that strike throw for their life. Challenges out. Safe. Jump back in. Ready for the bait. And that should be the round. Didn't have to use a single bar.
From what I'm seeing here, it does appear that Too Easy, bit of a DP enjoyer, right? I do understand you've got to represent it. That way it's always in the enemy's mental stack. But there's times where you've got to be chill on it, because that would have been a perfect opportunity to go for some type of like overextension on offense. But you know what? May not have mattered. Ooh, is it soon time?
It is. He got the SPG super here. It's going to do a ton of damage. Set us up, Panda.
All right, deep breaths, everyone. Finish! This card keeps coming out, I swear.
Jumps over, doing the standing A, crouching A pressure, and that is a perfect game here for Too Easy, who ties it up 1-1.
Actually been doing a bit of taka-taka for the win pose there. Pretty hype. Head into the next one. This is the final match between these two, and so far we've had quite the show. Does appear they keep you up, starting you off early.
Oh, so we're seeing a lot of the sweep to actually avoid the interaction with the ball, to avoid your hurtbox, to duck it. And this time Ronaldo was ready for it.
Indeed. Oi. Nice. SVG approaches with the aerial one. Good just defend.
The defense from both players is so insane. Perfect spacing on the sweep. Finds the knockdown. Wasn't ready to tech. Techs this time, though. Finds way out of the corner. Almost gets that punish, but barely outside of the range. Now Ronaldo has an opportunity for pressure. Gets the frame jump, but goes to the overheat. It's anybody's game. Low HP versus burnout. Who will take it? The overheat can be really difficult to overcome. Finds the gap with the DP. Blocks the super. But you didn't JD it.
Wow.
The chip finds the kill. That was super quick thinking by Too Easy to steal this round.
I'm starting to notice one of the things that are really holding back Juan in the set are those keepy-ups, and just like that, Too Easy in another dominant situation, the keepy-ups coming into play to keep the pressure going. Nice far C for the super. Damage dealt. One more interaction's all it's needed, and it's a cheeky keepy-up for the win. Just puts the ball up. You weren't ready for the header. And just like you've got a concussion, big man. Too Easy. Gonna be heading into losers top 6. Heading into losers top 6, I believe. No, sorry, the last losers top 8 match. Sorry about that. We got Memo versus Robert. Robert on the Hokutomaru on the left, and Memo on the Rock Howard on the right.
We talked about this last time, how difficult the fireball game is against this character, and already we're seeing some insane movement here from Robert. Ends the combo with that rev blow, has the mix ready. Rev blow, because you get so many frames on the knockdown, so many people have setups ready for those kinds of knockdowns. They have like meaty, command grab, and meaty setups, you know? Very difficult to deal with. Lots of damage here. The super should be enough, and it is. And Hokutomaru is clearly consistently doing that like 40 to 50% range off these big hits.
That's quite scary. And then of course he's got a run, so that means Oki is really good, right? So you can chase rolls, you can essentially just go for any Oki scenario depending on how far it is, and that teleport's certainly doing God's work against any form of Renpoken right now. You're gonna be questioning yourself on every fireball you throw out. Oh,
tried to go for the feint cancel, but the JD and doesn't even matter. Sets up the super, and there was actually a run under as well. So they force Hokutomaru into the corner, goes to the command grab, send him back into the mid screen. And now that you're in overheat, this is going to be a really rough round to come back in, just jumping around, looking for that big hit. Finds it with the air to air, starts up the offense. RPS for your life. Finds it with throw, sets it up once again. Notice we're seeing the jump forward, jump back option, and that is to try to bait out a reversal.
Yeah, certainly try to look out for those opportunities. It sends out Renpoken, gets the jump in with the... Oh, but unfortunately, messed up on the Oki, didn't chase the roll right, and got wake up mashed on with the close A as well. It's so unfortunate. You made a really good jump in read with that JD, the jump in D, but unfortunate, man, unfortunate. It does appear
the fastest jabs in this game 4-framers? There's not a 3-framer, is there?
I believe so. I believe the fastest is 4 frames. I could be wrong, but from what I've experimented with the characters that I've played, 4.
Oh, dash into the 2B, but unfortunately, or sorry, the 2A, but unfortunately didn't get the dash to chase with the throw. Oh, tried to go for the double break there, but Rock not going to falter. Dash in, throw, once again, jump in, meaty 2B. There we go, I'm remembering the buttons. We're getting there. Finds it again, knockdown, and this time chased the roll, but wasn't ready with the timing on the meaty, and Hokutomaru just going to mash out. Holding the space onto the corner, not ready for the anti-air. Holding that red button to push the opponent away, but Rock recognizes that, extends, dashes in, takes the space, finds the final hit, and Robert will take the round. No, Memo.
You mean Memo? No, you're right.
I corrected myself. I should just trust myself. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, that Aging Storm does so much damage. Such a good tilted friend.
Excellent.
On a wake up or any form of combo, and this is actually quite nice. Memo has the corner. You have to bet Mir goes for it, lets it rip. They're on the offense. Oi.
I feel like I spend 90% of the matchup against Hokutomaru holding the rev button so it blocks left and right. Like, that's all I can do. I'm just gonna.
You need to stop doing that, man. It does not block the other way, my man.
Yeah, it does. It blocks.
No,
left,
it doesn't.
Right. Yes, when you just
no.
hold
The amount
red
of times you've done forward dash try to block the other way.
No, that's because if you hold the direction with the rev button, then it only blocks that one way. But if you hold the rev button without a direction, it blocks left, right.
Damn. Get good then.
That's tech. Well, it was just when you were hitting it, it's because I wasn't familiar with that situation and when it was occurring. But
oh god,
now I know
actually
the way.
brutal.
Yeah, this is so tough to deal with, though. Yeah, and oh, that's like a checkmate scenario. Dealing with the triple shuriken that are literally chipping you to death, you were forced to jump over it, and unfortunately, it's just an easy reaction there with the shuriken to close it out.
And when you're in that overheat scenario and burnout, another way to call it, is you can't just defend in midair. So just like that, when you get in those aerial scenarios, you cannot make yourself safe.
I think Hokutomaru might be a Cuphead boss.
Bro, what are these jokes today? You are not landing, my man.
But that was good! Someone's got him. No, someone knows that. That one hit. That one hit, dude. That one hit.
My god.
Dash in!
You know what, maybe?
Ready for it. And a lot of people jump towards the corner to bait out a reversal, but Rock is the perfect super to cover that angle, so you have to be ready to JD it if you want to stay alive.
Oh, it's actually quite nice going for the cross-up.
But
Sign it back
Rock
up, play to
also
the
has
air.
70% rev, and so they could die. They are going to find the hit, though. Drops the combo, jumps in, and baits up the...
Yeah, so unfortunate. Not a safe jab. Not a safe jab scenario. And Robert gonna go up 2-0 in the set.
First match of top 6 losers. We've got Too Easy on the Ronaldo versus Armisael on the Hotaru. We just saw Too Easy make, really have an incredible game. Very strong player on the Ronaldo. We're already going to see the JD cancel into the DP, but a perfectly timed rev blow for the counter. We're going to see massive damage here from Armisael. And we're also seeing the consequences of having your SPG up front. Losing that first neutral engagement, the opponent really just has to cash out some rev, and you are locked out of SPG for the rest of that round. Needs one more pixel, and so we're gonna go for the fireball. Great JD, wasn't ready for the frame trap, and Armisael will take the first round.
I know, it's actually very interesting to think about, like, SPG in the placement. There is no answer to it right now. There is no answer. It's like having it right away. Yeah, that's quite the threat, you know? You have that, you can just beat fireballs immediately. And consider both these characters use fireball. It's just clever. It's just a clever decision to put it instantly. Oh, God.
Unfortunate, and now you're in the overheat. This should be a good round here for Easy, but we're going to see how they capitalize off the meter advantage. Goes to the DP, just runs away, and we're seeing that Armisael's strategy for overheat is to run away, create space, and then just try to stall out that overheat gauge.
Yeah, and they do need super to try and make any work to that overheat by getting a decent combo, running away to try and get rid of the overheat. Do keep in mind, running does make that disappear quicker, and just like that, you can just defend again. Going for the command grab. Cheeky win indeed, and Armisael taking that match. One more to go for the Hotaru.
Solid round.
Yeah, just on point.
Get ready.
And we are getting going on game number 2 of the set. Hopping over the ball right now. Yeah, I guess so. I was actually pretty confused about that. Good fireball. Finds a way and gets rev blown away. And that's why it's so important to use that rev gauge. Or sorry, not the... I guess you're kind of using the rev gauge. But the rev block is so good. Great reaction with the rev blow on the rev blow. Bit of a drive impact situation. Finds the... how are we going to end our combo here? Yeah, has the setup! I knew it was happening. They had the setup to chase the forward tech, the forward bar tech. And
not enough.
It's not going to be enough to kill. We're going to need one more hit, trying to stall it out, dash for the throw. Great tech.
Oh my god. Wait, there's an OS happening here, so you can backdash the slide and you can backdash the football?
Round 2.
I'm not sure if it's an OS yet. I'm going to have to see it a couple more times, but that was certainly a well-timed backdash. Like a perfectly timed backdash.
Sure, man, but I'm picking an OS. I'm putting money on an OS. Oi. Fireball for the knockdown. Goes for the chase out. Big throw on the roll. Keep in mind this is set point right here.
I didn't
and
consider
Armisael just looks so confident.
The slow fireball from Hotaru can actually be used to set up safe Oki on these techable knockdowns.
Certainly. Oh god, what a punish. The keepy ups, decent damage. Baits the DP, and that's actually quite nice for the far C, but unfortunately couldn't get none. And then you gotta hold fireballs as you're no read, but great play, but that's punishable as hell. Oh.
One more hit. Kurt tries to go up the DP, absolutely baited. And Armisael with such a solid 2 games, able to take it 2-0.
Heading into big boy set indeed, the last one of our losers top 6, and we've got Robert on the Hokutomaru versus Sombra on the Marco. Gonna be a fun set indeed, because again, love seeing me some Marco.
The setups are so tricky. Dashes in for the feint, has, man, ready for that DP punish. We're gonna see a lot of damage here, and we even have an extra bar, so this should definitely be a kill. And it is. We can trust Robert to finish these combos out for a kill. No drop so far.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that was a pretty nasty round indeed. But now we're often to back up. Goes for a teleport. Oi, big throw.
I just realized Sombra has to play 2 Hokutomarus in a row as the fireball character.
That's rough, man. That's rough. Big throw. Gum trapped in the corner. Ups for the pressure. Backing up with the shurikens. The teleport bait. Oh my god. No way were you ready.
Excellent reach out. Robert right now is emphasizing a real passive game plan on their offense, and that's how they've been able to bait out 2 of these DPs for tons of damage.
Jesus Christ. That was quite nutty indeed. It does appear that Robert is just so comfortable, no matter the matchup he's playing. Just ready for it. But just scaring them with the shurikens, waiting for some type of jump approach. Here we go. Oi, nice connection with that standing low. Great anti-air with the dodge attack. I mean, we'll get some good damage indeed. And that's some good Oki coming up. Oi, another throw.
Stays in, tries to play the mind game, and we've seen that throw before. This is the first time it's actually been teched by an opponent. Really nice guess there, but still in the corner.
They're fairly stuck. Marco, not a character that has a ton of movement options besides the dash, so has to kind of play respectfully and wait for the opportunity. But what a dodge attack from Robert. Gonna get the kill, and this is now set point for the fella.
Yeah, Robert on fire right now. Doing such a good job controlling the space, staying in on offense while being low risk. Not an easy thing to do.
For sure. Oi. Got patience.
Excellent reaction. Wow. That was crazy. What a mini game. Just ready for that option.
Man. Nice, good air. Approaches with the far Bs. Nothing too much you can do with it. Another immaculate DP break. Look at the damage coming up. Oh, he missed.
No. Worst case scenario, it drops. Fortunately, you still got 1 more bar. You just need to close out this round, but at least it's a forward throw. Not a back throw incident, but this is certainly a winnable round here for Robert. You're going to have to play perfectly. Respects the wake up mash, finds it, but no break. And so we're not going to have enough damage here. Need a 1 final tick of damage. Copy the throw. Go.
What are ya? Love me some DPs, bro. Love me some DPs.
Whoa, DP break. Okay, DP break. Totally
well, he did DP
thing.
break into DP.
Yeah, oh. Well, that's just goated.
Yeah, if you see the words invincible came up, right? That means it was not the break.
I have a hard time differentiating.
Paying attention?
Don't say it like that. I mean, that sounds mean when you say it like that.
Well, that is mean.
Counter hit. Nice knockdown.
Oh!
EX. Big little combo here. No, I don't know if we... Yeah, we're going to have to end with the SPG here for the hard knockdown, but Sombra doesn't respect it. Ready for the anti-air, the up back. Stays in. Oh. Final hit is secured. And Hokutomaru, Robert, going to take the set 2-0.
Heading into winners finals, we've got TheGio up against Liquid, swap the names. And it does appear that TheGio is on Hokutomaru up against Liquid on the Billy Kane. So this is a zoner that doesn't really represent fireballs, but bigger normals and specials. So maybe that will actually be a bit more effective for calling out Hokutomaru is very hard to catch offensive options.
Well, part of calling out the hard to catch options are having options to deal with the jump. So that's really what I'm curious about. How is Liquid going to deal with the jump ins as Billy can?
Ooh. So far, not too much of an issue, but TheGio on the offense now. Getting some good damage, opting for the OK, went for the neutral hop. Good cross under with the walk, getting some decent damage in the corner, is in lock now. Oi, the air stall, you've seen it, baccpack. Those air stalls are tricky.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of these options are tricky when Hokutomaru is involved. Jumps in here, double overhead, feint, respected, top of the low, and now we have Hokutomaru into SPG. You're gonna have to respect the rev blow as an option. Just walks up and throws, able to close it out. Really nice, really tricky way to end the round.
Round 2.
Oh, indeed.
Ready.
Good round. So TheGio opted to play a bit more patient yet again with these air stalls. Definitely proven to be the key factor. Good throw. Yeeted into the ground. Close D. Goes for the low. Decent hit indeed. You've got the corner. Another close D. Oh, but what an air escape from TheGio. Definitely threatening some weirder options on the escapes, isn't he?
It seems like Liquid is just all in on the run under gameplay. If Hokutomaru is trying to do something to me, I'm just going to run under and then hope that they just whiff, that they're facing the wrong direction, and then I will take my turn. And so far, that strategy fairly consistent from the interactions we've seen thus far.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Good checks with the lows into a solid confirm. Both players do have SPG available to them. And we're going to see it get utilized. Gio getting a hard knockdown.
That was a super committal option. We're going to see it again. That's overheat. I don't know if they have a setup, but this seems to just be meter mismanagement. Oh my god! Wow. Just when you think it's all over, TheGio finds the connection with the 2K, is ready to confirm into the super. TheGio takes game number 1.
A really good round indeed. And now we're going to be heading into the next one. Opting for a bit of jumping pressure, but going to get caught on the low. That's going to be some decent damage here for TheGio. Of course, chasing on the roll, gets the close D, but nothing of it, because it was an aerial hit. A good just defense. My god, Daigo?
That's what I'm saying. It's like every player's Daigo with these parry windows.
Real.
Right now, just holding on to the rev gauge. 95%, you're going to have to guess. Okay, it's dropping.
Yeah, you don't want that rev.
But now it's Billy that's on the timer, who's looking for a way to get back in and raise it, but they got a little too greedy, and Gio is ready for the air-to-air. Fantastic job on the call out. Both players meet in the sky. Walking this guy, ready for the JD. Finally has a turn for offense. Bro, his tech anti-air is found, and that angle is so good for Billy.
Oh, aye. It really covers a decent angle. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll call it the teleport, but good hit here from TheGio. Solid damage as they're going to be taking that round. And we're continuing on.
Reminder that this is a first to 3 set, so Gio is not on set point. However, they are looking to extend their lead to 2-0.
Yes. Any man can steal the lead in a matter of moments. Does appear that Gio is off to the races though. Goes for the throw, decides to keep it chill, has to look out for a wake up super, but went for the wake up low to call out the shimmy. I'm a big fan of that play. I'm a big fan of that. You're reading the momentum.
Over and over, we're seeing this low as a really good option for Hokutomaru. Really high reward for what it is. Unfortunately, gets pushed out of the hitbox, and Gio is ready for the punish. Gio goes up 2-0.
Round 1.
And now we're continuing. We're in a scenario where it could be TheGio takes us with a clean free sweep and waits in grand finals. But again, don't count out Liquid. A nasty Billy Kane. Definitely one to note, and this is a pretty decent low confirm. Opts for a Russian, close D, looking like one of the normals, especially that feint. It pulls him in, but good air. Oh my god, what a cross under.
Yeah, that is a setup you know from experience. You've seen that air many times before, found a way, and right now just daring to mash, catch the jump too. This is so difficult. What do you do? As the Gio here holds up forward, gets out of the corner. Really good time.
Is it just me who was hearing like So Bad Guys theme during that? You know?
Real. Actually real.
Leaning back
when it was like
yes,
plus
nobody
4.
was come. Yeah, yeah.
This is funny.
Oh, but then he like none of that. Stop hitting my shurikens. Going for the offense now. Gets the far C or the crouching C, either or, gonna lead to some solid damage. And he's stuck in the corner. One more interaction. Can certainly kill because they do have the bar in the bag.
Excellent. We're seeing the hit confirm right back at you. But a pixel in a dream, Panda. A pixel in a dream. Who's gonna take it? Oh my God! That
Just
was the perfect
defend.
counter. And the super will take it. That was such a perfect counter because Liquid has shown that they want to 2A out those projectiles. And so jumping in at that time kind of lets you win for free.
Yeah, no, actually insane stuff. In that scenario, it's like all about just defense. So if the Geo want to make the comeback, cannot block a single tool. Could have been a chip out central, but it does appear that they're on lock. And Liquid did give up 2 bars in that previous match, so they don't have a DP, right? These are 2 non-DP-list characters. But as soon as they get a bar, then you gotta keep your eyes out. Until then, the Geo can just do whatever they want on offense. Oh!
Yeah, speaking of doing whatever they want, I mean, the jumps are coming, and they are so difficult to anti-air. And the Geo, with the perfect game, puts themselves on set point.
Final round.
Set point indeed. Let's see how it rocks from here. Geo gonna get caught by the far C, pulls them in using the EXs, getting some good damage, opting for the super, probably to knock them down for less interactions needed, but could wake up super to deny that offense and just like that. The only person with a bar is Geo. Has access to another DP if they want.
The rev build up here is getting a little scary for Billy, so they're opting to go for a more passive approach so far. Trying to deal with these jumps with Hokutomaru is so difficult to deal with in the air, including the air-to-air battles. Jumps in, goes in with a rev blow, trying to make an anti-air. Didn't happen though. Tries to go for the RPS, jumps over and out back to mid-screen you are, but you got to worry about the mix here from the roll. Hokutomaru stays on the same side, finds the hit, has 2 bars in the back. Will it be enough to kill? I don't think so, but who knows?
They think it's enough. Oy,
Barely not enough. Sets up the frame kill. Runs under. This is your last chance on winner side, Liquid. Gonna have to play perfect. But gets caught in the backdash, and the Geo will take the set 3-0. Moves on to grand finals. Armisael versus Robert. And we're seeing a lot of Hokutomaru today, which is actually good because I wanted to learn what this character did. And I feel like I've learned a lot already today. I'm seeing a lot of the mind games around the jumps. I'm seeing a lot of the mind games off of that big jump-in move. I'm not exactly sure what it's called just yet, but we have clearly an RPS situation when the Hokutomaru does the dive-in.
Oh! Yeah, Hokutomaru's dive-ins, the teleports. There's so many options to think about. But you got the corner lock. Armisael needs to defend out. Goes for the almost Rika-like move with those multi-hits. And represents a fireball to approach, but nothing comes of it. And Armisael just runs up. Oh, good DP. You're in burnout. Overheat.
Yeah, now you might be harassed by the projectile. It's going to be tough to do it, but... Okay, getting a confirm from that far away off of your light kicks is crazy. That's privilege, man.
Bro, cannot be saying that. We'll get in trouble.
The Hokutomaru army immediately with the pushback. Like, whoa. He needs it, okay? He needs it.
The honest mid-tier, guys. Honest mid-tier. No, but like he's a fairly strong character. You know, I've said this a million times. A good pilot is often what you need for a good plane to be one of the best in the world, right?
Once again, going to the overheat, though. We'll see if this time they get punished, as Armisael has a lot of HP. So going to burnout this early could certainly punish you, especially with the back throw there. Hotaru jumps over and out. Keeps it safe, tries to go back up for the ants here, but this is why it's so difficult. Hokutomaru knows you're walking back. They go for the second jump, mess with your timing, and keep you into the corner.
I will represent those high shows, getting some good damage on the EX, but you're on overheat. Those 2 bars a meter should lead to a kill. Oh no!
It's not enough, but the meaty sweep is. We're going to a final round here between Robert and Armisael.
Yeah, we thought that was going to kill. Usually the 2-bar supers deal a massive chunk of change. But in that scenario, it just didn't, which is fairly odd to be fair.
It might have just been the faster super. Like maybe you can't go for the slower one that does more damage there.
Oh, wow.
Not that I know anything about Hotaru. Just
look how much rev he used from round start, and just like that, it's gone, bro.
Gone. Hold on to that 50 for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, never mind. 60. 60. So much damage. Finds the hit, finds the knockdown, ready for the cross up, but somehow ready for the JD and the rev blow cancel. Dashes in for the throw avoided. Avoided counter hit connection. That should be the round. And Robert takes it. And Hokutomaru continues this win streak. We're just seeing win after win after win with this character.
You know, man, these people that play Hokutomaru, they've got it down to a fine wire. There's just something about it. Like, they understand this character to such an insane degree. Like, they know when they go, like, yeah, I'm going to overextend with shurikens. Yeah, I'm going to go straight for that teleport, you know? I'm just going to run up and jump. I'm going to air stall. And he's such a creative character that allows for so many creative, like, offensive structures. Where I'm
this
like,
is the
damn.
character Chip has always wanted to be. With the shurikens, with the
Bro.
jumps and the teleports. I'm just watching him like, this is what it looks like when the ninjas are winning.
Real. Oh, God. Oh. Back throw. Stuck in the corner now. Robert went for the throw. Yeah, again, but good backdash from Armisael. But can get checked on the wake up. Good throw.
Oh,
Good
no.
throw again?
Not a third time. Certainly not. Okay, goes to the wake up mash. Able to block it. That's that RPS situation I'm talking about. Definitely a bit of a strike throw scenario.
Oh my God, on the far B as well. This is going to be a killing.
That's some damage.
Yeah, that's quite nasty. On the counter at far B, he gets some good linkage, and Robert
Round 2.
certainly plays to it. God damn. Set point now.
Throwing out some buttons, looking for a way in. And this is how easy it is for Hokutomaru to change up the pace of the game from jumping away from you, throwing the shurikens, to just running in or even teleporting in on your character. So difficult to deal with. Oh, the loops are crazy.
Jesus.
Maxed out the damage. It goes into the overheat. We'll see if they are finally punished. It seems like every time they go into the overheat, like they're still difficult to catch, and so they're not really getting punished. But once again, a huge chunk of damage cashed out. Oh, wow! What a shimmy. And gets out of it! 1 pixel in a dream! Wake up super, not baited. You gotta play literally perfect. You have to break every single special. Or sorry, JD every single special. Oh, avoided! No punish.
Oh, Jesus. That is insane.
Oh,
They're
this would be
faster than
the
the
craziest
fireball.
comeback of all time. I'm not kidding.
It could
I
happen.
actually
Oh,
couldn't
good
imagine.
check.
It was a good check, but unfortunately not ready for the follow-up. And so Robert will take the set 2-0.
Heading into losers finals, that means we're back to the first to three system, a classic to be sure, but we got Liquid on the Billy Kane facing up against Robert, who just won from loser semis, and of course they're on the Hokutomaru. So a battle of the rush in the zone.
This right here is a second chance for Liquid at the matchup, and if they succeed, they're going to have a third chance too. The Hokutomaru has been dominating today, and Liquid is the last stand against a Hokutomaru victory.
Yeah, for sure, but ultimately a bit more patient. Gets a nice low, confirming into the full string. Nice close deep, unfortunately dropped the combo, but still staying safe for the pressure. And that's a solid whip punish.
Yeah, it is. For what that was, I mean, you can't do much better than that. Has the Oki as well, tried to go for the tick throw, but did not get the dash. Jumping away, tries to go for the air there, but the Hokutomaru double jump makes it so difficult. Pixel and a dream finds the hit, but drops the combo, has to stay safe. With that EX cancel, backs off, caught by the teleport, and Robert strikes first.
I've got to say it, my man. Billy Kane, probably the most saucy zoner to date, man. For real. He's so fun to watch. Oh, but
So much
Robert
personality in
is-
this kit, too.
Yeah. By the way, this guy inspired Axel Low, so like you have to
Oh, really?
show the goat some respect.
I didn't know that, but I could see that. The angles they cover are pretty similar.
Yeah, they're both British and they use a pole-like
All
weapon,
that's right.
except he uses a sickle and chain.
All
But it's
Billy needs is
actually
a full
quite
screen command grab.
nice. No. Please.
Yeah.
Oi. Oh,
Great
the jumping.
One thing that I'm struggling with this game is recognizing all close range encounters are an RPS between jump and a button. Like, you don't even have to look at the frame data. Like, it's jump versus button most of the time. Whether you're plus or minus, like, a jump is coming or a button is coming. Obviously,
like
walk back is
defensive-
the safe option, but yeah.
Yeah, defensive or offensive jumps in this game are very important to get used to, either as a defender or an attacker, because you can just make a standing normal whiff and get a jump in while punished.
Yeah.
That is some good damage to get.
Absolutely.
Oh, he could take. Unfortunately, having to hold some damage. Yeah, again, Robert back on the offense. Red blown back down to earth. He goes for the meaty. Well defended from Liquid, but the health is getting so low.
Fishing for that hit, ready for the cross-up. I don't know how you blocked that. That was ridiculous. Great defense here from Liquid, but not ready for the throw. And so Robert gonna take the round. Wait, is this game 2?
It's game 2. Robert's had 1.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't update the scoreboard.
What a farcy. Good damage indeed. Staggering away. Good just defend on the aerial.
Ridiculous.
I know, man. Like, doing that mid-air when he just randomly popped the teleport, it's hard to understand what's going on. But Liquid, almost as if the game's in slow
Wild
motion
punish,
for the
that's what we
fella
were
at
talking
times.
about earlier. The jump in wild punish is perfectly timed. Unfortunately, gonna be a drop in the combo. It almost looks like a burst bait.
Yeah? We out here baiting the SPG, yeah?
You gotta.
Oh,
This is gonna be a
that's
great
good beat.
starter here, and it should be a kill as well with this level 2, or even level 1. Definitely be enough. Yeah. Liquid's opportunity to
Chunky
take a game off of the Hokutomaru. So far, I don't know if anyone's actually taken a game off of the Hokutomaru players.
I don't think they have either.
At least on stream. Obviously, Robertson
no,
is
on
reset, so.
Yeah. Oh god. Nice. Liquid gonna be getting some good damage with that level 1. Knocking him out of SPG. That's the most important thing. Not a safe jump. Hold the super on the wake up. And Robert's on the offense, but good anti-air. Yeah, dude, these anti-airs are ridiculous from Liquid.
Yeah, that anti-air is so strong. So good. You have to be staring for it to catch that kind of short hop from that close range. But now that your opponent knows that you anti-aired there, you are signaling to them that they're going to lose to like a dash up the row.
Ooh, sure. Oh my god, the just defense.
Oh, if you're staring for the anti-air, you will get caught up by a run up throw 100% of the time. Big hit, big super, big confirm, and Liquid gets on the board. The first
these
W.
super confirms. Yeah, first W. These super confirms from
Both players.
Liquid are. Yeah. Both players are quite insane. But Liquid getting the most important ones on those crouching bees for sure. And this is a good jump in approach, going for the low, gets the close D, but no combo. And up for the stagger, backing up now. Oi.
We're seeing a lot of frame kills for Hokutomaru on their Oki. Like whiffing a button and dashing in strike throw. They've been very tricky with it.
Oh, aye. Nice. Opting for the far beat, not gonna get anything. Aerial rev blow. Gonna get thrown, and Robert back on the offense. Denying airspace, goes for that standing B. Keeping it tricky indeed. Jumps in, no confirm, gets the low, no confirm yet again, but again, some decent hits here and there. Trickling it in, and just needs one more hit.
What a jump in! Unfortunately, not going to be close enough for that confirm. Wild punish. Oh, what a drop! So unfortunate. And whoa! Cool it. Hokutomaru
Alright,
putting him across the screen, and yeah, that right there, a bit of a flub there. I think Liquid had some opportunities to cash out, and unfortunately, they dropped 2 combos.
Alright, they should give Hokutomaru a Raging Demon, but...
True. I heard that Andy Bogart has Demon Flip.
Kinda. I've not seen the new gameplay, so I'm
I've
not
not either.
Sure.
I've just heard what other people have said on Twitter.
Okay.
There it is,
Alright,
confirmed! Bam! Get out of the SPG range. Now you don't have to worry about the rev blow. This is a non-DP character, so going for meaties should be guaranteed here. Unless you want to respect the super, obviously. Counter hit on the wake up. Should be enough here as long as we can end on that super. And we can.
Like we're getting such an important round, but look at the meter deficit backpack. You'll end up realizing that one player's at a massive advantage.
Yeah. So with that meter advantage, Hokutomaru can just frankly get way more reward off of one interaction, and we'll see that come into play.
This is it.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna cash it out here. 85 rev. And this is going to be SPG super as well. It's going to be a ton of extra damage. Is it enough to get Liquid out of SPG range, though? It is! Wow.
His head's in the way. Oh, it is. Jesus.
Went through 2 bars of SPG.
Wait, no, but Liquid could make a comeback here. Has built a bar of their own and has knocked them out of SPG. Oh, robbed him for it. He loves his close-tees. Look at him.
Yeah, I mean, you have to guess with a mash at that point. That's what you're doing when you're staggering the close Ds. Jump is not an option. You will get caught. And just like that, wait, it's anybody's game. Wait, is it over? The level one's enough? No, it's a drop! Chases and confirms! Liquid, in the time of desperation when both players were panicking, chose to go on the aggression, go on the aggressive, finds Nate with the 2B, confirms into the stupor, and goes up 2-1. Opportunity to close out the set. Ridiculous.
That as well. The crouching B. Just straight into that level 1. Jesus Christ.
Yep. It's Street Fighter tactics. You like throw them both out and then you buffer the super and then you press it if you got the hit, you know?
Oh yeah, this is true. This is true. It's some mad mental gymnastics. But once you get it, you get it.
Speaking of gymnastics, we're going to see Hokutomaru jumping around, finds a wild punish on the ground here. Doesn't have the bar here to get out of the SPG, but will certainly make it difficult for Billy Kane to get out of the corner.
Oh, very nice. Now, Fon was telling me about this. When it comes to characters that use Red Blow in their combos, it gives them a ton of meter. It does give them a ton of meter. We're talking like a solid chunk, maybe like a solid like 10% chunk every time Red Blow is used in a combo. So the fact that Hokutomaru does Red Blow into Red Blow for the hard knockdown,
consistently building meter for the cash out.
Yeah,
and what's another advantage is that in this game, all the health values are the same. So this is effectively a high damage, really fast character with super high reward. Makes up heavy too.
No pixie health here. And this is obviously just the correct play. You've gone out of that 92% rev. Definitely something that could have held you back, but just like, you're fine, you're confident, you're good to go. You need one more interaction to tie up the game. And you go for the overhead?
Too slow, but we'll jump at the perfect time. As we talked about, that RPS between jump and button, you got to respect the option. So pressing buttons at close range, always a risk. And here we are, Panda. Game number 5 between these two players. Who do you have here? Who's it gonna be?
I'm a bit of a believer of Liquid, but as soon as Robert gets one momentum opportunity, it does seem pretty difficult for Liquid indeed. Like that last match, no offense to Liquid, immaculate player, kind of looked like a training dummy, didn't he? So
well, I wouldn't say that, but it was certainly a very strong round from Rob.
Very strong round, very strong.
And
this
like
one
we're talking about that meter, it's already built once again. This next hit will be it, regardless of the starter. That is it for the round.
Doesn't even need it. And I've talked about this many times back when you're in SPG, do keep in mind that your combo damage goes up by 10%. Yeah, that's something you gotta keep in mind. Oh, the shimmy play!
I don't know how you come up with this situation where you're like, I'm gonna dash up and walk back just to get the extra damage. It's so greedy and yet so worth it.
Nice.
Yeah, and in SPG range, by the way. Okay, not anymore.
Ooh, knocked him out. Yeah, very good pokage, but unfortunately no confirms. Liquid needs to do the exact same. Decent jump in, nothing of it. Goes for a low, again, nothing of it. We're just keeping it cool. That SPG gonna get knocked out though, and Robert is now on an opportunity to take the set. This isn't enough to kill.
Whoa,
it's 50-50 for your life. Yeah.
This is level 1, so level 2. Oh, it's to hold on for reversal. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was a genius play. I'm like, Robert's holding onto the one bar because it's not going to kill anyways, and they want to represent a reversal, and then they didn't do the reversal there, which would have won. But regardless, I actually see the vision. I see the vision, definitely. And here we are. Final game, final round, the double. No, we're not going to see it again, right? So, oh my God, tried to go for it. Jumps over, ready for the anti-air, and we might see the one bar cash out here. Rev blow. Okay, opted to go for the rev blows for the extra meter to have a level 2 now. Next hit is certainly a kill.
Yep. Level 1, and then he has the other one. Don't let it happen to you, Liquid. Oh, you could tech. Oh, but checked you with the far C, and Robert will take the set off of a 3-2, knocking Liquid out, meaning in grand finals, they'll be facing TheGio.
Maybe you ought to cut back on all the drinking and smoke.
Grand finals, it's the Hokutomaru mirror. TheGio versus Robert. I got my wish. I got to see a ton of Hokutomaru today. And I'm really excited to see what the mirror is going to look like. How are both players going to deal with each other's tools?
So essentially what it comes down to, it's all about baiting the double jumps, the projectile air stalls, and those teleports, right? And once you get offense, you're well aware that the Hokutomaru doesn't have a DP, so moments like where you get the corner, Gio just knows, run offense. That's all you've got to do.
So you mentioned baiting out these aerial options, but the question is, like, what tools do you use to bait them out? Oh.
There you go.
How?
One of them, dodge attack.
Dodge attack pretty good, I won't lie.
The other one is,
SPG?
well,
You
basically...
got a spec of SPG? Oh, it's caught, it's gone.
So what it comes down to, if you want to call it these tools, is like either go for an air, delay dodge attack, or instant dodge attack. So that like there's a bit of a weird RPS going on here. And again, whoever gets the corner, it's just their show. And the Gio just needs one more opportunity.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Baited
Good
once again,
shimmy.
back to back on the shimmies. Yeah. Absolutely trying to get each other to attack each other's throws. And honestly, I feel like this game, they incentivize you to not throw tech. Like, throw tech can feel so bad in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Don't know if I agree with that one, because that's holiday.
Well, don't say that. Your ass
Well,
will
no, be
10
honest.
throws in a row. I've seen it with my own eyes.
What? No. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you got
I
me.
called you out.
I grew up with a mentality of take the throw. What can I say? Anyway,
Cross
one
out.
match has gone to the Gio. Note that down, my man. And just like that, they're on the opportunity to continue on that offense as they have the corner unlocked, opting to just go for the stagger pressure, but the Shuriken gonna get challenged on. And when Robert fight out the corner, we're back to the mid screen. Good throw yet again. Chases for the Oki, went for cross up, well defended on the
Dude.
just defense. My lord.
That's crazy that you're ready to JD at the beginning of your jump. And that's a big deal too, because you getting caught there could lead to a full combo.
Good, it could. But you know, if you're on point, you're feeling like Daigo, you got that spirit of Daigo, oh, you're dead. Yeah. Dun. Red blow, didn't even need the bar. And would you look at that? Who's sitting on 2 bars a meter backpack? Look at that. Gio is on 2 bars of confidence right there.
Absolutely. What I'm curious about is the Revblow versus Revblow situation, because both players go into the air, right? So where's the connection happening? Where are they
Right,
ever
so
hitting each other, or just double armor each other? Or what?
So, interesting thing. Basically, both these characters have Revblow into Revblow, as you know, right?
yeah, so there's an RPS.
Yeah. So basically, it's like who can delay it the most.
That's crazy.
On the second one. It's funky, man. It's insanely funky, and it creates some of the weirdest scenarios I've ever seen. Oi, good anti-air though from Robert, getting some good damage indeed as they go to the corner scenario. Goes for low, well defended, good air, checking the skies, and rushes in. Boy.
Oh, I thought maybe they were ready for the whip punish there. Oh, JD into the challenge out. Able to get the knockdown here. Baits out the tech. I would like to see more throws on the tech. Obviously, the throw invuln's gone when your opponent rolls. So I would like to see more throws in those situations. But regardless, we have a super on wake up, and now it's anybody's game. Sets up the Shuriken, tries to teleport in, stays alive. No! You gotta respect the reversal when the bar is there, and so Gio will go up 2-0.
One more to go. One more. Could do it right here. And be your Say the Brawl's champion for the 3rd one. So who knows? Who knows? So this is looking pretty good as we've got the corner unlocked. The Gio stuck in the corner as Robert is finally making a comeback here. This is actually pretty good. Staggering away, gets a clean hit on the counter, but no confirm. And the air stalls, man. You're seeing it. It's either you air, anti-air with dodge attack,
That's
or
crazy.
you got delay dodge attack. You got delay.
So crazy that this is an RPS we're actually watching here, just jumping around. Stay safe. The reward on that aerial feint is so high if your opponent goes for that anti-air. Speaking of anti-air, ready for the anti-air on the rev blow. Excellent punish. Robert with a fantastic round.
Alright, the first one and the most important one, to be fair. Alright, you take this, you're able to steal momentum away from your opponent. And you've got it, man. You've got it. You cannot allow
There's the
Gio
roll.
to take that round.
That's what I'm saying about the throw and the roll. It was so instant.
Yeah, it's completely worth doing. Oh god. Jesus, good throw. Nice. Pressuring. Decides to back up. Checks for the crouch and see the super on the -2. Bro was feeling it.
Double the ready. Challenger with a dodge. Note that the dodge attack just straight up priority. It has priority over the red blow. So, excellent option.
Get ready.
That was a Robert win, by the way, right? So now it's 2-1 for Robert, or 2-1 for the
Yep. Good on it.
nice.
Dun. Damage indeed on the table, but going for the chase out. Nice anti-air, getting some solid damage indeed. And now the Geo having to defend. Catches him in the air. Robert on the throw, goes for the tech. Big trade on their crouch and seize. The air stalls are insane, my god.
Big air there. Goes to the neutral hop, ready for the wild punish on the landing. Should be a ton of damage here for Robert, especially since they have that bar, which they will cash out, but it is not enough. Sets up the meaty shuriken, and that is the round. Robert slowly finding a way back into the set.
Round 2.
I know it's a very weird meaty shuriken, wasn't it? Like, you could have just done a normal one, but he's like, if I jump all the way up here, he's not ready just to bend, you know? It's different. It's different.
It's funny because you see your demise happening in real time as the shuriken slowly come your way from across the screen. It's like, I have to ID this or I die, or I have to JD this or I'm dead.
No, the super. Geo looking to take a round, and it has a dominant scenario in the corner. Goes for the air chase, stuck in a weird situation. Good tech on the throw. Again, techs are very forgiving in this game. It's not like Street Fighter, where you've only got a short window to tech the throw. This is actually fairly decent.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
how are you blocking these? How are you JDing these? I don't get it. Ready for the air to air. Caught the extended hurt box there. Jumps over the super, but
Oh my
double
God.
jumps. You're going to get caught. Extends the offense. Finds the hit with a low. Lands in time. Dash in. Throw. And the Geo is now on tournament point.
Why? But find out who's going to take it for here. Could be a scenario where Robert can make the comeback happen. Maybe get a reset to keep up this momentum. But then again, Geo, they're in grand finals for a reason. They've been the dominant one throughout this entire day. Now they go for the low. Very smart decision, checking the shins as they walk back. Went for the counter hit. Unfortunately missed the confirm. Oi!
Uses the
Ooh, is that
teleport as
bait?
an opportunity to jump back in. Baits out for super. Calls it out. Big damage to follow up. We're going to cash out the bar as well. Baits it again. Ready for the Dino parries. Oh, wow. What a treat.
Yeah.
What a treat.
Daigo, and he will follow. Geo taking the tournament. Say the Brawl's number 3 with the Hokutomaru. Any final words, backpack?
We quite literally had the perfect way to end the tournament. Parry, 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 punish! And that's our tournament! Congratulations again to the Geo, taking the baccpaBrawl 3 for Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Thanks for watching.